Peace, peace, peace. This is a gentle reminder for whoever comes across this video to pay attention to your body. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Pay attention to what you're feeling guided to do, regardless of what's going on outside of you. I know so many times we have obligations, we have things that we planned, we have set schedules of something that we scheduled already. But if your body's telling you that it needs rest, that it needs attention, that it needs some care and some love, and if that takes you having to cancel, if that takes you having to not make it to something that you had scheduled, then you gotta do it. You have to do it. I say this because for a few days now after an event that I went to, I felt so depleted the next day, like super depleted. I literally could barely even move my body. I just felt drained. 0, 1, 2, 3. And I always do pay attention to my body, and I knew that my body was telling me something about that event and how it just took so much out of my energy. And for a few days, I've been feeling my energy go up and down since that day. And yesterday I had an event that was my own. And I woke up with my body telling me it needed to rest, that it wasn't feeling too good. And 2 hours before my event started, I messaged the one managing it, letting her know, like, hey, this is how I'm feeling. Just trying to make a responsible choice as to if we should cancel it or if I should just still go and give it the best that I can. But because I'm so, I really hold an importance over my own energy, especially if it's going to be for my own event, or it's not even that it's an event, it's an experience, a soul remembrance experience where my energy has to be at a certain level for me to be able to give energy, for me to be able to hold space for other people. And I just knew that I wasn't able to hold space for people in the way that I knew I meant to in these experiences that I'm holding. And I hadn't heard a response back, and so I was still gonna make an effort to go and show up and be there. But my body was telling me otherwise. And literally, like, maybe 45 minutes before I was needing to head out and go to my session, I almost passed out. I was preparing a little fruit salad with my friend, and as soon as I turned my head, I felt this huge wave of I want to say a spell just came over me, and I felt like I was about to just black out. I felt like I was going into another realm. Like, my mom had called me over, and I feel like because I was being called towards where the couches were, I was just able to make it to a couch and lay down before I just passed out on my own. I saw white, like I got so hot in my head and my ears. I felt hot here. I felt hot like right under my eyes, not below here. It's weird. I felt just a strip of heat here. I wasn't really able to catch my breath. I was breathing deeply, 444. I was just trying to call on this protection over me to help me surpass whatever spell came over me. Like, I I just felt out of it. I couldn't open my eyes. I was still coherent, but I wasn't able to speak. I needed help to like get the fan to just be directly on me, because it was a turning fan, and it was just, I wanted it to just hit me, to give me some fresh air, to help me breathe, but I couldn't speak. I couldn't even open my eyes. I felt like if I opened my eyes, I was just gonna lose it and just be even way more dizzy than I already had been. And it was just a lot. It was a lot. And even still now, like, I'm still feeling very depleted. But I say that because had I not paid attention to my body, if I would have still gone to my session, I'm driving a scooter. This could have happened to me when I was on my scooter. This could have happened to me there during my session, during my experience. Like, if I didn't pay attention to my body, and if I would have pushed my body and my mind to still go and be present, just so that I wouldn't have to cancel, because I don't like to cancel things. If I say I'm gonna go and do something, I like to stick to what I'm saying I'm gonna go and do. I like to feel accountable, and I like to feel like people can feel like I'm reliable. And because it was my own experience, like, it was my own, I'm on a calendar, like, they're running a business, and I know that these things can't, like, people can't just be canceling like this. I felt responsible to have to go, but at the same time, I felt more responsibility to myself, more responsibility to pay attention to what my body was telling me. And had I not passed out, well, I didn't really pass out, but had I not had that spell come over me before, who knows what would have happened. And I don't like to play with any shoulda, coulda, wouldas, but in these moments, it really reminds me how important it is for us to pay attention to our needs and to place our needs above what anybody else is going to say or think. The people got upset at the business because I didn't show up. And I don't think they understood how, like, the gravity, I don't even know if that's the right word, just how deep it all was for me yesterday. And, like, it's not that I just didn't feel like going. Yeah, I didn't feel like going, but I was still gonna go. It's not that I didn't have enough energy, but I was still gonna go, even though I was lacking the energy that I needed. But my body needed me to pay attention to what was going on a deeper sense, and not focus so much on letting anybody down, or not focus so much on, oh, the business comes first, not focus so much on, I made this agreement and I need to come through with it. If our body is asking us of something, if it's telling us that it needs attention, then that comes first. All these things, sometimes we put so much more importance on things outside of us as opposed to putting much more importance on ourselves. How are we feeling? Are you able to give your 100%? Or are you able to at least give 80%? If you can't give at least 80%, then I feel like you need to figure out what you need to do to be able to get yourself to 80% at least. I know that many times people do things because they don't want to let people down, or because they feel like they need to, or because they already have this agreement, or this giving your word that you're going to do something, or whatever it is. And I agree that we should to a certain extent. But then when it comes down to our intuition speaking louder, our body talking to us and telling us that it needs something, that should come first before anything else. And those who are in alignment with with this energy of us putting ourselves first, us giving ourselves what we need, with the understanding that we do have to be good ourselves before we're able to give out, then those people will understand. And those who don't, then they're just not in alignment with what we need to live in this balanced space. Things always happen for a reason, and even this happening, it showed me a lot, but not only did it show me all that it did, at the same time it also showed me what partnerships I want to have and which ones I don't. People who don't understand or understand that our health comes first, and that things like this happen unexpectedly, and with us not being able to foresee that these things can occur. And I just don't want to be in those partnerships. And yesterday also showed me that, and even a few days ago also showed me that too. I got depleted so much of my energy, and I still am going back and forth with receiving what was agreed for me to receive from that event, for me going, and 333 for me going and giving my energy and doing it as like as an exchange monetarily. And it just took from my energy. It just took from it. It didn't equally give back to me in any way, other than me learning from it. But so I gently remind you before my storage runs out again and cuts me off, before I deplete more of my energy. Put yourself first. Pay attention to what you need. Because when we don't pay attention to what we need, things like this happen, where had I not paid attention to what my body was telling me and still gone, I could have passed out on my scooter. I could have not even made it back home, because I would have had to pull over if I didn't pass out driving. I would have had to pull over and I don't know, in there laying out on the street somewhere. I could have passed out during my experience, and it's not good. I would have not liked that at all. So give yourself what you need. Hold yourself in that importance, in this area of importance, to do what you need to do for you. If you have to cancel things, cancel them. Unapologetically. Don't feel bad for having to cancel something for you to take care of you. And those who don't understand, it just shows you that they're not exactly in alignment with what you need in your life. And just show love and appreciation for those who are there with you every step of the way, with no question. Not making things more difficult for you. And not trying to take things out of you either. It's my reminder to you.